Hello, it's Nicole Mason again. Once again, I'm a special ed and early grades ed major with the minor in youth empowerment and urban studies. I am placed at Yes Philly for Yes 301, and today I'll be talking about my experience on June 6th and 8th. This week was pretty generic. We didn't really do much but work on our projects the entire time. Both days we were given an opportunity to work with our students for the entire class period, which was new because we usually do things a little off topic. I observed, like always, the students were off task. A few were better today, knowing that, time was winding down. They didn't have too much time to finish, so they needed to step up, especially the ones who graduated and needed to get a good grade to graduate. I felt pretty confident about my group's work, about our overall progress and progression. We did a great job, and I'm really proud of what we accomplished. However, I did notice that the girls in my group started to become proud as well. They were showing it off to their teachers. Oh, look what we have! Look what we did! This and that. Or, guys, even to their peers, they were like, "Guys, come over and check this out." So they were really cool and really proud of their accomplishments, which was awesome to see. Overall, everyone is on track, and we are excited for this final day to see what we have and to see how far we've come. To further explain what we did this week, to start, what I learned was the different work styles and work ethics of my students. Apparently, they work better last minute. Through this whole time and this whole experience, they kind of have been putting things off. They kind of have been fooling around in class, doing this, doing that. But as time crunched down and they see the end of their semester, it's so clear that they work better and they work harder when they have time restraints, which is good and bad at the same time. I heard different opinions and ideas about graduation and the future. This doesn't really have to do with the project, but just in general, everybody was excited about graduation. Everybody had different ideas of what they wanted to do about the future. Um, since the project was pretty much finished, we're just waiting on a few last minute things, some interviews and stuff. But since it was pretty much finished, we just had time to talk about life, about experiences, especially as a college student. Crystal and I shared our experiences. The students are clearly so self-sufficient now from even when we started. They have just come so far with using media, with asking questions, with coming to us for, school support, community support, anything like that. They just are great at it now. This overall experience was great for them. They now have the media tools they need and the teamwork as well as just communication, such as the interview skills we did or the elevator speeches. All those different things added together added a whole new skill set to these students which they didn't have prior. To further predict this upcoming class at Yes Philly, it's pretty evident that our project is pretty good. It meets all the criteria, it meets our expectations, it's fun, it's pleasing, it looks pleasing. It's just overall, I think we're pretty confident about it. The only thing that may hinder our success, well, I believe that we're finished, so there's not much, but in general, overall, what did hinder our success was the amount of time given. We kind of had to cram the few days before it was due, and I think that if we had more time, it could be even better. We could do more research, we could interview more people, we could get out in the community, we could do things like that to just overall make it better. Um, in general, if I were to redo this, the one thing I would improve, like going from reflection one, is the students were never given a paper or any assignment sheet with what needs to be on there, what needs to be done, when it needs to be done. They kind of were just given free reign, do as you please, and when you think enough is enough, enough is enough. There's no bare minimum they need to meet, and I think that often if the students saw what they needed to do and what needed to be done to make 100% A plus always work, they would work a lot harder. But because they don't, they kind of just did what they thought was enough. And that was kind of low, and they didn't really expect too much. But our group, I believe, did a good amount. If it was just my project, I would have done more. And I believe if it was just their project, they would have done a little less. But because we were both at it, we met at the middle and we made this creation that's overall just awesome. To complete it, this whole project, I think that we need to share it with one, the school, to the community, and if we can reach further than the community, I think that'll be awesome. We did domestic abuse and domestic violence, and that touches all across the world. So, thank you.